This is Dormouse03, continuing my Max Payne 3 old school difficulty walkthrough, and this is chapter 14. So I just cleared out the guys in that hallway in the last video, and now I'm gonna go in here, pick up this painkiller, and swap out my weapons, make sure that I have enough bullets for the next section, because the next room is really challenging, because it's a long fight. And it's a long way in between checkpoints. And any of the guys in this next room have the potential to kill you. So you want to make sure that you are playing it smart. And kind of the way that I feel about these kinds of games is that you need to be trying to figure out the best way to control your situation. And when you come into a room that you know is going to be challenging, that's always my thought is, how can I best be in control of this fight? Because the second that you aren't in control of the fight, the game has the upper hand on you, and you don't want that to be happening. So you want to be doing good painkiller management, like by picking up those two, and you want to be putting yourself into positions where you have the advantage and you're putting them at a disadvantage. So the first thing that I do in this room is go run back into the bathroom, because the little baggage cart isn't great cover, shockingly. So I run back in here into the bathroom, and this is where I'm going to take out these three guys who run out from the right. And if you get into this spot and kind of peek out around the corner, they will mostly come to you, and you can pick them off just like this. So this was the best way that I found to be able to be in control of this situation, rather than to be controlled by my situation. So you use the environment to your advantage here. And right now I want to get out of this area, but I want to make sure that I'm picking up some of these bullets. And another good thing about hanging out in that area was that those guys kind of came around to you and fell right there, so that their weapons are really close, so that you can pick up ammunition from them if you need to, without exposing yourself too much from cover. So right now I'm going to make a run over here to the left side, because the right side, you're just too exposed, you don't have good enough cover, and this left side just makes things a lot more manageable. And so I'm checking out how many guys are around here, where they are, and then I'm going to run over here to these columns. And I'm going to do two things on these columns, both of which work. One of them is to stick to them like cover, just like this, so that I see which side. I can use my camera to quickly rotate around me and see which side guys are coming from. And using a combination of bullet time and popping out of cover and shooting them one at a time is pretty effective. You can also not stick to the cover right here and just kind of stand behind it and peek around the corners. And I will do that a little bit as well here. And so that works well too. I like to stick to the cover right here, because it helps me be able to move the camera around a little bit easier, to be able to see where guys are. But there's me sort of peeking around the corner. So you can do that too, and it is effective as well. So there are two guys upstairs. One is this guy right here, who will run out once you move up to this far. And the other one is currently above me. So you may have been able to take out the guy above me from the bathroom at the beginning. I didn't try doing that, but you probably can now that I'm looking back in hindsight. And there he is over to the left. You saw him just run out a little bit, but now I can't see him anymore, and I'm sort of distracted by these guys that are more immediate threat. And there he goes again, running back over to the left. And so he's up there, and I think eventually he runs downstairs, or he runs around somewhere up in there. Because when I go upstairs, I don't see him. So I'm not quite sure where he goes, but we'll get him at some point. Because he's not an immediate threat to you at the moment, and so I can sort of deal with guys who are. And there's a guy hiding right there in these chairs. And they can sometimes be really hard to see when they're sitting in spots like that. And so you just want to be really careful moving up, because they like to hide, and sometimes they don't like to come out of cover until you are right on top of them, and that's not a good situation for you to be in. Because whenever you get close to these guys, they are going to murder you. So if you get close to them and you're not in cover, they are going to really murder you. So you don't want to be doing that. And right now, you don't want to push too far ahead, because once you go past this middle section where you have this gray divider that has some bulletproof glass in it, once you move past that, it will trigger some more guys to spawn in that area. And so you want to be making sure that you go back and pick up ammo, pick up painkillers that you find, and making sure that you're prepared for the next part, because the next half of this fight, in my opinion, is tougher than that first half. And you do not hit a checkpoint right here until you clear out the other half of this area. So it takes a while. Especially if you're playing carefully, which I would advocate, because this room can be tough. There are a whole lot of guys, and any one of them has the potential of killing you if they catch you out of guard. There is a painkiller up this escalator. And right now, guys have been triggered to spawn in. So the music right here is awesome. I really like this. This is the theme song, I guess, for the game, and I like it a lot. So it was really cool to have it. I like it when they add in the music to these chapters. So right here, I believe, there is a cut in the video. Yep, right there. Because what happened just then was I had died. And I didn't have enough space on my disc to record that whole segment over again, because I knew that the final boss was going to take me a few tries, most likely, and I didn't want to risk not having space to do that, so that I would have to wait to get that recorded. So I just sort of paused there and redid that first section exactly like I did it before. So there was nothing different that happened, except maybe I had a few different bullets or whatnot. And I also did not get that painkiller up the escalator. So in a second you'll see me go grab it again. And it didn't respawn. I just hadn't picked it up when I redid this section, because I think I had done it a little bit better and not gotten shot quite as much, so I didn't need it. So yep, that is what happened. And right now you want to be real careful, because there are guys on the far end, and there are also guys that'll come, like these dudes, and like sit in front of the bulletproof glass for whatever reason. Not quite sure what they think they're doing there, but you want to be careful peeking around to get them, because there, like I said, are guys on the far end, and they will take advantage of you coming around out of cover if you aren't careful with them. So just be vigilant. If you see movement over there to the left, don't creep around here too much. And just pick off these guys and manage your situation accordingly. So they take a lot of bullets, so aim for their head. Clearly. Is probably the best case scenario since they're wearing lots of body armor. And take them out. And yeah, I was talking about the music here and how I really like when games incorporate the songs into the gameplay. I think that that's cool, and a recent game that comes to mind that did this really well, and there's a painkiller over to the left right there that I didn't see and didn't pick up, so there's another painkiller at your disposal, and I would advocate picking up as many as you can and managing them really efficiently, because the more painkillers you have for the boss of this chapter, the better your life is going to be, and the more advantageous your position is when you come to the conclusion. So just pick up as many as you can find and try to monitor your use. And if you feel like you're using too many in a section, reload the checkpoint, because you want to have enough toward the end of the game. So here's where I didn't pick up this painkiller up here before. And there it is. So it didn't respawn. I just hadn't picked it up when I replayed that little section. So the most recent game that comes to mind for using music in a cool way is Gears of War 3. And it was 2 spots. One was in the campaign, and I won't spoil the section that it was in, but it was during a kind of cinematic section. They played the Mad World theme that they used for the promos for the first Gears of War, and so that was kind of cool, nostalgic moment, and it worked really well in the section where they used it. And they also had it in a multiplayer chapter, so I thought that was really awesome when a friend and I were playing in the multiplayer, and that came on. So I'll pause that and talk about right here, when you push up enough, some more guys will spawn, and that is the only one that spawns upstairs. So you want to kill him quickly and then get into cover right here to clean up the rest of these guys, because there is one near the gate to the far end that will toss grenades, and he has a real problem tossing them up here. And so this puts you at a safe position to be able to have a height advantage on the guys down there, to not have to be damaged by the grenades, and to clean them up. So I believe it's a total of like 4 or 5 guys, including the one that was upstairs. So just be aware that when he pushes up far enough, he'll say something like, "A gate opened on the far end," and then some more guys will spawn, and that is when you want to position yourself upstairs and take them out. So here's the last guy. He's the douche tossing the grenades, and we're gonna kill him, and we'll be done with this section. So anyway, with Gears 3, there is a certain map, and I don't know what the map is called because I'm horrible at remembering the names of maps in games. But the song came on, and I was talking to my friend, and I was like, "Is there music playing for you right now?" And he was like, "Yeah, there is." That's really cool that they put that into that multiplayer section, and it was neat. So I love the use of good music in games. I think it can really help set an atmosphere, and I think it's a good song. It's appropriate to this game, and it was good usage of it right then. So right now you want to be swapping out your guns, picking up ammo, making sure that you are you've picked up all the painkillers and stuff in this area before you move on, just to set yourself up for the next couple of fights, because there really aren't any super easy things that happen from now until the end of the game. So this could be a tough room, but I think that the way that I played it was the most manageable, at least for me. So thanks for watching. Hope that this has been helpful, and I will see you in part 3.